and she misses it completely. Back live, Satya trying to do a lot of other things. She should not be doing this now because as a strong batter now, Satya alongside with Rachna Jana needs to now kind of silence the India Red because they're getting very vocal, they're getting very jubilant because they've got that big wicket. A misfield at that backward of point. It's Chetna Ben once again. Yeah, she's got that issue of misfielding even though she's a B3 fielder. What a successful over this one. Big successful over for India Red. And at the end of the 3 overs, 15 for 3. Deepa Saxena, the most successful bowler as of now, comes back because she's got that couple of wickets in the 1 over. And now she's bowling to Satya. Down the leg side, plays nicely. Again, there is that fine leg fielder inside the power play. They've lost 3 wickets, India Yellow, in a very, very important match. And the reason for the jubilation of India Red is because of this. Boom! How could Sushma Patel miss that one? It's a straight-ish delivery. And look at the joy. Let's keep rolling this one. A single again towards the point region. But we will show you the jubilation and the joy and the celebration just after this ball. Because the reason why we are once again watching that celebration is an indication of how no ball called here. Yeah, to Satya. But it'll be a dot on the bat. But yeah, no ball on the extras. Let's look at that celebration as well, because that shows the importance of the wicket. There you see Durga going ahead and celebrating with Deepa Saxena. We'll come back to Deepika's dance moves a little later after this ball. Dot ball. And Satya, as a keeper, knows to keep her back leg behind the crease. Good work. That's gone in the gap. They will get a single towards deep square leg. But let's show you the celebration after Sushma Patel's wicket. As look at Deepika, the captain of India Red. I have not seen her jump in joy so much. Yeah, the big hug, of course, to the bowler. But then look at this. There you go. That actually signifies they all appeal for this one. But I don't think so. Rachna Jana hit the ball. It was off the shoes. That's the indication from Dilip, the umpire. Width was on offer. Rachna Jana plays the reverse, but straight to backward of point. The previous ball, there was a big appeal against Rachna Jana. And I think clearly off the shoes. Clearly off the shoes. Good decision from Dilip. End of 4 overs, 20 for 3 on the board. India Yellow. Sushma Patel will be really going ahead and kicking herself in the dugout, thinking, how did she even miss that ball? Let's watch that from the straight angle once again to analyze what was going in her head. Priyanshi Dhiman, I think she started to bowl the ball on the leg stump and it did not curl. It did not curl back. It was a straightish, easy delivery, and for the standards what Sushma Patel has set, I wonder why did she even miss that one. Rachna Jana as Aarti has been introduced into the attack. Plays away towards deep square leg. Rachna gets a single. And we will not be getting tired and showing you the celebration of the India Red team, especially Deepika. She's got some dance moves as well. We did not know that one. We'll check that out after this delivery. Satya plays it towards backward of square leg, single. Aneka Thakur there, but look at the celebrations. Yeah, after the ball had hit the stumps, that was what it meant. Priyanshi Dhiman goes out there, gives a big hug to the captain. But then after that, the captain shows us, yeah, that's the dance move. There we go. Some DJ Bravo move from Deepika as well. Because she knows she's not going to chase more than 140 now. 140, 150. And that's exactly what I asked Sushma Patel in the toss. What is the target that you have in your head? She says, no targets as such, but yeah, you'll want to go out there and play well. Played away towards mid-on. Single again. Straight towards Priyanshi Dhiman at mid-wicket. It will be a dot delivery to Aarti, first B1 bowler. Last ball of the fifth over will give Rachna the single. And 5 overs gone, 25 for 3.
E1 bowling, but mini.
Sir, I don't bowler opposite beyond standing bowling.
Okay.
Ready fielder? Ready keeper?
Padmini Tudu has come into the attack for the last over of the power play. And Rachna Jana once again plays that safely towards square leg. It's the last over of the power play, and India Red will be really, really happy with the way they have gone ahead and executed their plans, because winning the toss, selecting to field first, Deepika, she was right on the money to bring in the right bowlers at the right time. And remember, even she is not bowled in the power play at all. Already 3 wickets have been gone down the hill here for India Yellow without even Deepika bowling. Priyanshi Dhiman, Deepa Saxena especially, and now Padmini Tudu. And even the previous over from the B1 bowler, Aarti, was very, very good in terms of the runs that were conceded. Wide ball from Padmini Tudu. Yeah, she's got the cushion now. She can afford just a couple of extras, but big drive, straight to Deepika at mid-off. Nicely placed. because she knows that Satya likes to play the shots down the wicket. Wonderful work. And down the wicket and straight down the ground is something that she really fancies all the time.
Outside wide.
Wide delivery outside the line of leg stump. In fact, outside the off that one, but it's more important that they go ahead and maintain this pressure. And driven straight to Priyanshi Dhiman at mid-on. And nice that today, Priyanshi Dhiman has been not sent to the deep. See, her skill is bowling. So she has delivered. She's got the big wicket of Sushma Patel. So save her inside the ring because she does not have a strong arm to throw from the deep. So this is good thinking from Prakash Jaramaya and Deepika both, the coach and the captain. A single again towards square leg. Oh, lovely. Very good ball. And the reason for that is because Satya was just confused of what to do. She wanted to play the shot on the onside. She wanted to drive. She wanted to sweep. Nothing happened. And then the dot delivery. Last ball of the power play. And she sweeps away towards backward of point. And she will get a couple of runs. That's good running. End of the power play. 33 for 3. India yellow. Aarti will continue after the power play. Another B1 bowler. And this is the right time for Deepika to also keep attacking the India yellow batters with B1 bowlers because they are trying to steady the innings, both Satya and Rachna Jana. So they will not play big shots. And this is the right time to get off the B1 batters, B1 bowlers is overs away. Good thinking. Another wide. Yeah, so something that the B1 bowlers also need to realize is just not to bowl some wides, that's all. If they can stop bowling wides, then the plan will be absolutely perfect. Yeah, much better. Straight to Priyanshi Dhiman, and keeping Priyanshi Dhiman inside the ring for me is in the 8th over now, 43 for 3. Karuna Kumari has come on in to bowl. Wide delivery outside the line of off stump. Wide delivery again down the leg side. Now this is a problem where you had that pressure situations going in, but you're not applying that pressure too much is where the problem for India Red is. The situation of getting 3 wickets is good, but then when you have the B1 bowlers bowling from both the ends, at one end, if these extras are gone by, and Karuna Kumari again, the centurion with the bat, with the ball, she's not done that great. See, this is the 5th wide of the over. Again, even yesterday, she was not on target. So the most important thing that they expect of a B1 bowler, yeah, there you see Durga coming in front of the stumps and saying here, that's very correct. Because I know the fact that the B1 bowlers cannot see anything, completely visually impaired, and they'll have to just gauge the sound of the ball and do it. And look at this, once again, another wide. This is not the over Deepika was planning for. I will not be surprised if she changes Karuna to the other bowler. Yeah, there you see, again, she's talking to her. She's trying to get her motivated, and Deepika herself goes in and says, yeah, she claps her hands and says, yeah, there we go, here. Yeah, there we go. That is what the line should be. That's what Deepika has very clearly said, and a little bit of an anger tone. Karuna Kumari, yeah, now does well. Now really does well. Yeah, the anger tone always helps to get things in place. You say that once, fine, but the second, third, or even the 4th time, the anger tone definitely helps. Yeah, after 5 wides, a couple of more deliveries in this over. There we go. The anger tone completely has helped. 2 back-to-back straight-ish targeted on the off-stump deliveries. And see, this was not the case for the entire over. Almost hitting Satya in line with the stumps. Yeah. Karuna Kumari again has to position her hands very correctly. Yeah, listen to Durga. And then bowl one straighter. Yeah, much better. Much better. After Deepika came in and showed her displeasure. And with that single, India yellow 50 for them in 8 overs. 50 for 3. Aarti. Oh, misfield. Right, Aarti, the B1 bowler, will not like it. It should have been a clean save from Aneka Thakur. Don't really relate Aneka Thakur with that kind of a misfield in that backward of square leg region. Yeah, in the ninth over, Aarti wants to just finish this well because the previous over had a lot of extras. Nicely played, but straight to Aneka Thakur, and now she does not fumble. Yeah, that's the more Aneka Thakur that we know of. She's been a revelation even in the previous tournament. As I said, Aneka Thakur, very, very impressive from the previous tournament to this NTT Data Women's T20 Cricket Tournament for the Blind. And yes, she definitely will be in the eyes of the selectors. It's a 16-member strong Indian squad that the selectors are searching for the World Cup, which is going to begin 11-11-2025 to 25-11-25. That's the schedule of the inaugural T20 Women's Tournament World Cup. And that's a brilliant shot from Satya. And that's a boundary towards that wide-ish mid-wicket region. First boundary for Satya, first boundary for India Yellow. And the reason why I said brilliant, because she had to go towards the direction of the ball and make sure she hits the ball in front of square, because that's the position, that's the placement where no fielders were existent. And now Priyanshi Dhiman falls back from that short mid-wicket region towards that deep, wider mid-wicket. Almost cow's corner. A brilliant placement from Satya. India Yellow will need more of her innings. Wide delivery. She's a captain of Andhra Pradesh. Remember, Satya, strong keeper batter. And today, it's a big opportunity for Satya Magupalli to go out there and exhibit her skills, take up that responsibility, play a very experienced and also a very responsible innings. That's what she has to do. Another wide delivery from Aarti. I've seen this generally. First 4 deliveries from the B1 bowlers will be very good sometimes, but then the 5th ball, generally they tend to bowl wides. Wonder what happens. And no one's able to break that myth or code. Why is always there again? That's the 3rd wide after 4 very good legal deliveries. After 5 legal deliveries rather. What happens in the last ball for the B1 bowlers? Because again, she moves away outside the line of leg stump. Good shot towards mid-on. Deepika had to come from mid-off. End of the over, 9 overs gone, 63 for 3. But if you look at how the running between the wickets was actually being exhibited. You see Rachna Jena, she was ball watching. That's not right. That is not right. It's a B1 player, and still Satya wanted the second run. Look at Satya. She was asking Rachna to come back for the second, and Rachna lazily puts the bat down on the other end. Yeah, see, when you're down under pressure, all your first runs need to be quick. And look at this. I think that is what Satya is explaining to Rachna Jena. Yeah, that's a good talk. That's a good talk. Last over before the drinks break. I think they have studied the innings very well. Padmini Tudu. Dot delivery, good start. 50-run partnership between Satya and Rachna Jena in the 40 deliveries. 63 for 3. Yeah, that 50-run partnership was what they were really wanting for. Sixth B1 bowler has been bowling in. So yeah, as I said, that's the phase where the studying of the innings, and for the bowling side, Deepika has slotted in 6 B1 overs out of the 8. After 5 overs of the B1 bowlers, it was 43 runs that was being given. So that's really appreciable. But what a nice fielding there from the B1 player. Exactly at that square leg region. Nobody inside the ring in that onside. Only one B1 player, and she does well. It dives alongside to her left, and a very good stop. Yeah, nicely done from Aarti on that occasion. She also has bowled well. Now Rachna Jena. She's played one responsible innings, but after that, yeah, nothing too strong. In the first match, where India Yellow took on India Orange, she did play really well, where India Yellow posted 144. Yes, India Yellow lost that match, but Rachna Jena played a responsible innings in that match. And then against India Yellow, where they took on India Blue, Shivani was one good player. She played well yesterday. And apparently Shivani and Saloni are sisters who played yesterday. Shivani and Saloni, I was confused between those two because they also look so very similar. Both are B1 players. Of course, Saloni plays for India Blue. Shivani plays for India Yellow. Reverse single towards Deepa Saxena at that point region. Padmini Tudu. Just last ball before the drinks break. Good shot. That's in the gap towards mid-on. Priyanshi Dhiman and Deepika giving the chase. It's gone towards that long on region. And Deepika does well to pull the ball back in. 2 runs to Satya. End of 10 overs. 71 for 3. And the players can quickly sip into that drinks break. And there, that good piece of fielding from Deepika. The last ball of the 10th over.